This is Professor Pete Alexander with the Winning at Business and Life podcast, where business leaders share their insights. It is 6 questions in 7 minutes because successful business leaders are busy and rarely have more time to spare. So let's get to it. Question number 1. In a few sentences, please tell me who you are and what you do.
Hey, my name is Matt Crump, and I am extremely passionate about helping people overcome obstacles to achieve the number one goal and live a life of abundance. So I do that by helping executives, entrepreneurs, and I say euphoric individuals to align beliefs with actions so they can actually achieve that life and business of abundance.
Matt, it's so great to have you on the show. Question number 2. What's the best thing about working in your industry?
People. I love people, love serving others, and it's such a fantastic blessing in my life to see somebody else be successful.
I love it, and I can hear that passion in your voice. It's so great. Question number 3. I have a fictitious book with all the answers for business. What chapter would you think most companies should read?
Believe. I think it's important to believe that things are possible, and especially in the times that we're living in, belief is attacked. And it's important to hold on to beliefs and believe that it is possible.
I love that. That's really insightful. Thank you so much. Question number 4. Other than the generic work harder, have a great attitude, and care for customers, what advice would you give to other business leaders?
Others before yourself. I think in the industry where you're concerned with bottom lines, ROIs, it's very easy to lose sight that others are important. And when you place others above yourself, it has an opportunity for them to feel even more a part of what's happening and actually ends up being more fruitful for everybody. So others above yourself.
And I think that sharing that advice is really good from many different aspects. In fact, I would think, if I had a manager who was displaying that I would have more trust with them. I would be more willing to work hard for them, be more loyal to them, et cetera. Is that what you've seen?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, relationship always trumps bottom lines, right? So, I mean, when there are relationships there, people are more invested. They care more. They desire to see things come to fruition versus a job or a deadline.
Absolutely. And it's interesting, too, that often companies forget that the employees are the ones that are taking care of the customers. So if the employees are happy, then they're more willing to take care of the customers, and all this fruitfulness that you're talking about all should be helping the company be really successful, I would think.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely a place where we have an opportunity to lean into the relational side and rest side of the relationships, so that as we become more fruitful in our rest and our peace and our flow of what we're supposed to do, we actually become more fruitful in the things we're trying to accomplish. So when we come from that place of rest, when we live in that place of rest, when we're in that place of peace, the pendulum swings stronger and harder towards that fruitful work side, the ROI side, all the places that people really want to see. But when you're really striving really hard to get back to the other side, it's much harder to do that.
Absolutely. Very wise. Thank you so much. Question number 5. What other business leader like yourself would you like to acknowledge and invite to be on my podcast?
I have a great friend that I think would be fantastic, does B2B business. Name's Craig Welichek on LinkedIn here. And he would be a fantastic guest on this show.
Wonderful. Thank you for that referral. I'm connected to Craig, so I'll reach out to him with your suggestion. And our final question number 6. Please tell me about your first job.
My first job was, I was 13 years old, and I had a paper route. Back in the old days when we used to have papers on our bicycles and bags and throw them in the front yards and go to the steps and then go around and go collecting for those folks that had to pay for their newspaper. So that was quite an interesting job. It was a hard job, a cold job, a hot job, but it was one that really helped me understand how to serve people and how to work for $1.
And, it's funny, that was my first job as well. And I tell people now that, the newspaper, that's the thing that you print web pages from.
That's right. thing called a newspaper.
That's exactly right. Oh, Matt, thank you so much for being on the show. How can people find you?
So super easy for those folks that are on LinkedIn. I'm really easy to find. You'll find me there every day. But if you are not there, you can find me easily at mattcrump.tv.
Perfect. This is Professor Pete Alexander with the Winning at Business and Life podcast. Thanks for listening.